France, not to jail.
I just have
More questions? Is it possible?
things to figure out. My whole life is here. Could we stay in New York and then just go to Paris for a few months for your show? Then it wouldn't feel like we're moving.
I need to be in Paris now. I've been here for 3 years. I'm finished with New York. It's time for Paris.
But I'm not finished with New York. Maybe we could
Meet someone gets bored. I don't know.
voulez-vous an ultimatum?
It is already clear that our Carrie has daddy issues, and I mean she has a lot of them. But in my opinion, Alexander Petrovsky was good for her, and listen to me why. First of all, he was very calm, very well balanced, very mature, and he had the strength that she needed to rely on something, on someone that didn't panic because she was so crazy. Because let's be honest, Carrie is all over the place. Carrie is like this 37-year-old woman that behaves like a 12-year-old. She needs somebody to put some limits into her life, to bring some guidelines to her. And I, from the beginning, believed that Alexander Petrovsky was awesome. He was an artist, he was well established, he had contacts in the literary world. Like, he was actually part of that world. If Carrie would have been with him, he would probably have helped her to bring her writing or her career to a whole new level just by introducing her to a whole lot of people that could have helped her, that could have helped her to write, to be more, to become better as a writer, as a person. Just by with being in contact with him would have helped her. This man was open to her. He was willing to share things with her. He was willing to talk to her about things. Like, I don't understand why he is portrayed as worse than Big, because I believe that he was ages better than Big. We never know exactly what Big does. Like, why does she want to share Alexander's work? Because she had no idea what the hell Big was doing at work. She had no idea. It was like zero, blank. She didn't know what he was doing at work. Or why was she so upset that his friend spoke French? Well, learn French. I don't know, go to a French class. And then, but I don't want to go into that. Here I like it because she instead of asking the real questions, the financial questions, because let's be honest, he is a millionaire and she's always broke. So my question would have been, who is going to pay my rent? Are you going to give me an allowance? Am I going to get your credit card? Who is going to pay for all these expenses? Because I cannot afford to move with you to Paris. If two people in a relationship are on different financial levels, then naturally the relationship, I don't want to say it's unbalanced, but the person that's on the lower financial level, and it doesn't matter the sex of the person that's on the lower financial level, has no way to be 50-50 or put in at least a similar amount of effort into financial effort into the relationship as the person who is high up here financially. But from what I understand, he said, I have money. There was a quote where he says, I have money, but I don't have Carrie. And I love that because he actually explained to her, I'm going to cover for everything. I'm going to be your provider. And this was the perfect man because she was even attracted to him. So sprinkle, sprinkle, ladies, what can I say? He was older, he already had kids. She didn't want the kids because if you get to this age and never consider having kids, well, newsflash, you don't want kids, believe me. I know. And he was just perfect for her. I was so upset that she just left him. For what? The man had an exposition at the Louvre. The Louvre is important. It was more important than her little dinner. He had a real important career. And when she entered this thing, she knew that her role was of a supportive. She was meant to be the supportive girlfriend, maybe the supportive future wife, but she was meant to be there to support him. So she entered something, an arrangement, yes, because each relationship is an arrangement in a way or the other, an arrangement in that it was clear that she's going to be his supportive and she's not going to have her career put first, but that didn't mean that she could not have one. Instead of running around through Paris all day long, why the hell didn't she sit in her 5 stars hotel and just wrote something? Why the hell didn't she sit in a cafe with her laptop and just wrote something? Why didn't she read a book? Like, for a writer, Carrie never reads. Have you noticed this thing? Carrie never reads anything. This is shocking to me because she's a writer. Most writers actually enjoy reading. Think about this. But I actually believe that Alexander Petrovsky was the perfect man for her, not because he was Eastern European and maybe I'm biased, but because he was older, more mature, level-headed. He loved her. Like, she was like this pretty princess to him, and he wanted to dote on her and give her everything that she wanted. Like, she ended up being jealous of his daughter. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, woman? The man had a life before you. He was in his 60s, for God's sakes. Yeah, he had a life. Even if you are in your 40s, you had a life already. Doesn't make sense, but I believe that he was the perfect match for her, and she should have stayed with him, because she said she wants to evolve. Well, she could have evolved with him. She could have traveled the world with him. She could have had everything she wanted if she would have stayed with this man. So no, I don't understand. Even though when I watched the show the first time, I was one of the women that squeaked in joy and jumped up and down and applauded when Big came to get her. But no, I don't understand her depression. You were staying at George Sand. You probably had an unlimited credit card from this man. So sprinkle, what's your issue? And yes, Carrie was financially interested. Let's not make her the holy person. There's nothing bad about being interested and fascinated by a man who can provide things for you. It's totally sprinkle and get the bag and you go, girl. But be okay with yourself, understand those things, make peace with yourself, and you have to be clear to yourself about the things that you want in life. So this is my opinion about this scene. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, follow, friend, whatever. Have a great day.